In this video, you're going to learn how to create a 3D assessment and then how to run it. So let's see how you can create one by recording the steps. So you will press this button, plus button, and use this 3D recording button here. Press it and you get this record button. Press it and you will start the recording now. And just perform the steps you need to do the assessment. So here I'm going to move something from the fridge. So I'm going to create an assessment how to clean a fridge. So you're not hearing my voice, but you can actually, while you're recording the steps, you can also talk. So I'm using the grab button to move the objects, and I can also move around myself in this 3D world. And I can also use the button here to point to the object. And you can see there is a dot highlighting where I'm pointing. So you can move to another place and also explain what the users should do. Here we're using the laser beam again to highlight what we're talking about. So when you're finished with the recording, just press this button here and to stop the recording. So now it's being uploaded and you have finished creating the assessment. So now let's take a look at how the 3D assessments look like. So you go to the record button here, but instead of pressing the record button, you press this button on the right side and you will get a list of the 3D assessment that you have created. So I have only created one. So I will see this one here, and you just press the play button here to play back the recording we just did. So you can see that the way that I hold the camera is actually translated to the avatar. So
this is instructions how to clean.
And here you can hear my voice
First,
recording
you
as
have
well.
to remove the items from the fridge and put it there.
So as you remember, we walked to the back of the fridge, and this is also being recorded by this 3D assessment.
Now you need to go and clean and vacuum the backside of the condenser grill here, and make sure that the compressor doesn't have any.
As you remember, we were using the laser pointer to highlight this part of the compressor, and here in the playback you can see that there is a laser beam and a yellow dot highlighting the same part
water
that we have
around
highlighted before.
Here, clean up any water if you see it.
So that's how you can preview the 3D assessment. So before we can start to run the 3D assessment, we have to tag this recording as being assessment ready. The reason that not every recording is assessment ready is that sometimes you don't have recorded the steps needed. So let's see how we can do this. So just select the recording that you have done. Just go back to the 3D recording mode and open the panel. So here you can see this button on the lower right corner. This is the assessment ready button. So just tick it and the recording is ready for assessment. So just save it. And now we're going to see how we can perform this assessment. So we're going to launch in play mode and go into AR mode. And as you remember, when in AR mode, you can pull up the assessment portal by using this button in the lower right corner. So if you have created a 3D assessment, you should see this entry in the menu here, 3D playback. So we just choose that one. And now we can either start by listening one more time to the 3D playback and the recording before we actually do the assessment. So we can go ahead and press the play button.
So
and
this is
you can see that we are
how to clean
hearing the same
fridge.
recording we've
First,
seen before in
to
the preview.
remove the items from
So here's a
fridge.
chance to kind of
and put it there.
remember which steps to perform. So when you're ready, you just press the stop button and go back to the assessment portal. And you can, instead of pressing the play button, you will press the assessment button instead, 3D assessment. And when you have pressed it, it will start to count the time, because the assessment is based on time. How well you perform depends on how fast you can complete the assessment, the steps. So there is a button here. You can also listen to the recording as well. But let's go ahead and run this. Now it's your turn to do the steps. So you basically have to do the same steps that I have done. So I would take out the items from the fridge. So the order of the steps that you do, and the time that you do it, will determine the score that you will get. So, and these steps that's on the back side is not really any steps, but it's mainly just instructions. So you don't really need to do those because they are not recorded as any actions. So at the end, you will get this scoring about how good you have performed the assessment.